I'm ranking video game bosses to find the ultimate boss, and with Metroid Prime 4 right around the corner, it's time to look back at Prime 1 and the final titular boss, Metroid Prime. It may be called a Metroid, but thanks to phase-on mutations, it's turned into something that is almost completely unrecognizable. It lurks deep in an impact crater on Talon 4, surrounded by corrosive radiation. And once Samus makes her way past the requisite gauntlet of Metroid, she's confronted with some kind of strange black creature hanging from the ceiling. When you think of a Metroid, you probably think of a weird alien jellyfish thing, so this is probably pretty far from your mind. It unfolds its crab-like legs and drops down to peer at Samus with beady eyes before escaping further underground. Samus, of course, gives chase. But the fight is on. The room is narrow. Metroid Prime on one end and its exoskeleton, and Samus on the other. The big gimmick here is that Metroid Prime cycles to the 4 energy types of Samus' own weapons throughout the fight. It will only take damage if Samus matches her attacks with the color on these highlights on its shell. These 4 unique beam weapons were a big part of the game, so it makes sense that they get featured here. Each beam has its own physics and properties, and Metroid Prime refuses to sit still, so depending on which weapon you're using, you have to change up your strategy a little. For instance, the wave beam homes in on enemies, so that one's pretty easy, but the ice beam is slow and much harder to hit a fast enemy with. The fight is broken up into multiple phases, and after taking a set amount of damage, Metroid Prime will escape lower into the caves. Time it does this, the fight gets a little harder. Prime will start to charge at Samus, and you need to drop into the morph ball to dodge it. It shoots out these glowing orbs that will slowly chase you down and explode if you don't shoot them. They'll drag you in with a grapple beam to swipe at you. You have to dodge all this as best you can, but unfortunately Samus is much less mobile in the Prime series than she is in her 2D series. Much like when I looked at Mother Brain, the items you collected during your adventure can make this fight much easier. The energy in missile tanks, yes, but also the beam upgrades. They can really take off big chunks of Metroid Prime's health. I really love this purple beam of energy that just fries the thing. After several rounds, Metroid Prime will collapse into the wall, falling down a hole. Samus chases after it once more and finds the remains of the black carapace glowing with phase-on. Metroid Prime's true form bursts free, a large translucent brain thing with tentacles that looks much more like a proper Metroid. This thing is completely unfazed by Samus' normal weapons, floating around the room and attacking with these seismic ringed things. Soon, Prime will form a pool of pure phase-on beneath it, and this is Samus' opportunity. Her suit was designed to channel phase-on energy, so standing in these pools allows her to shoot a beam of pure phase-on that fries the Squid. The tricky part comes when Prime begins shifting through visible spectrums of light, so Samus needs to switch to the other visors to track it. Prime can also spawn Metroids to distract you. Power bombs are really handy here. And that's pretty much the entire fight. It doesn't change, and before long, Prime goes down, to never be seen again. Or at least until the sequel. So, how was the fight? I like that it focuses around Samus' beams. I like the different phases, but the Metroid Prime series always struggles to not feel clunky. Samus' mobility is way down, and that is reflected in this boss fight. You can't do crazy flippy jumps in first person. Metroid Prime does a lot of waiting before it attacks, and in its exposed forms, you have to wait for the phase-on pools to attack yourself. I don't like boss fights that make you wait. Good fight, but not a great one. I'd say Metroid Prime is going to come in here, above Naval Piranha, another boss with some waiting. Drop your suggestions down below for what I should look at next, and like and follow see the rest of this series.